It's Monday, July 31st. Coming up live on The View, Shannen Doherty is sitting in as our special guest co-host. And everyone's dying to get Brad, Angelina, and Shiloh on their show. But only we have them. Sort of. Straight from Madame Tussauds, Brangelina and Baby's wax doubles are dropping in on Hot Topics. Kristen Davis is telling the ladies why the new man in her life is Sarah Jessica Parker's hubby, Matthew Broderick. And from kicking your cankles to wiping out back fat in no time flat, find out how a cutting-edge procedure called mini lipo will target problem areas you never knew you could suck the fat out of. Then the twisted minds who brought you Saw and Hostel are at it again with the first all-female horror flick. And we've got the stars of the terrifying new movie The Descent, Shauna McDonald and Natalie Mendoza. All that and the hot topics you want to hear, coming up live on The View.
Mondays because it's the start of a whole fresh week that we can mess up.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's true.
But we've got a great beginning. Please welcome our co-host. We all know her from Beverly Hills, 90210, Shannen Doherty. And boy, have you grown up.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel very grown up sitting behind this desk right now.
We're happy to have you.
Why? Why do you feel grown up?
It's very official because normally I'm used to coming out on the couch.
Yes.
You know, and just sort of relaxing, and now I'm behind a desk and I have a cup in front of me and cards.
And
I have responsibility. I'm feeling
Not really.
Well, part of being grown up is that you get attacked. Or maybe you're not attacked. So over the weekend, somebody dropped off a copy of Star magazine, and who is on the cover but you? And it says, Extreme Makeover. They ask, have you had drastic plastic surgery? They say your mouth is different, your cheeks are different. Have you had drastic plastic surgery?
No, and I'm actually willing to go as far as to go sit down with whatever plastic surgeon they want to put in front of me who can inspect my face. And all I can say is really sort of the plastic surgeons who say that I didn't hear or their opinion is, don't go to them.
Right.
Because, you know, if you can't look at somebody and say, wow, clearly she hasn't had plastic surgery, because if I did, there's so many things I would have changed. You know, like, really, those lips, that's you know, that collagen stuff in them, because they would probably be bigger and fuller, right?
Shannon, were you upset?
I went to work, and my lovely hairdresser, David, came to me and said, oh my God, did you see the cover of Star? And I went, no, why? And then he told me and pulled it up online, and production got halted for about an hour and a half because I was sobbing uncontrollably.
Right, but it's a compliment, and they think you have plastic. They think you look better without the plastic surgery.
That's one way to look at it.
If you'd had it, I don't see any reason not to say it. But people should tell it.
That I agree with.
Right.
But if you didn't have it, and they're saying that you did, then it's embarrassing, it's humiliating, and I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I pretty much have been hiding out as much as humanly possible.
You have?
And
since this came out?
No. Prior to this, I'm trying to stay out of the press because I just don't want it in my life anymore.
What, was it destructive to you in the past?
I'm an actor. I just want to be known as being an actor and nothing else. Here's the funny thing. I hired a litigator. You know, I'm willing to put as much money behind a lawsuit as humanly possible just to sort of teach them a lesson. They get away with it because they use words like, it appears, or in my opinion.
So they're very careful about how they phrase it.
They're very careful. And at some point, I think, you know, there has to be ramifications to the magazine, even using words like that. You know, at some point, we're going to have to...
But you want to have a forum to talk about it and say your piece, so...
Right, and then again, you know, you talk about it and you think, God, I'm giving more publicity to the magazine. So it's a catch-22.
You say that you're making a choice, you've kind of made a choice to, like, stay out of the public eye, go in hiding. So do you think then celebrities have that choice? Or
I do think that there's always a choice, but, you know, then again, look at this. I clearly haven't been out anywhere. I stay home all the time.
So you've done nothing. Is what you're saying, you've done nothing.
And to me, it's very malicious to attack somebody who has not put themselves out there in so long.
If you did, would you say it?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
Why do you think they
Absolutely.
did it? Why do you think they just take you and stick you on the cover and say?
I don't know,
"Look,
because I'm pretty sure that there's other people out there who would sell more magazines on
Maybe
the
your
cover
show
than
is
me.
hot.
You know?
Maybe your show is hot right now.
Maybe, but you know, again, you can always look at it from
Yeah.
a positive viewpoint.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that show. It's called Breaking Up, and we'll talk about it a little later. But I'm going to get you off the hook right now and put somebody else on the hook because it may be that Mel Gibson needs a total makeover. Especially when it comes to some of his views. You probably heard that he was arrested this past Friday for driving under the influence of alcohol and reportedly had a tirade full of obscenities and anti-Semitic remarks, including allegedly saying, the Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world. On Saturday, Gibson admitted he said things that he does, quote, not believe to be true and which are despicable. But he never directly addressed the alleged anti-Semitic remarks. Well, I don't know how the rest of you feel, and I usually don't come out this strong one way or another about a movie, but I don't think I want to see any more Mel Gibson movies.
You know, the
How
world
do you
is
feel?
way... Yeah. I can't stand it.
You couldn't stand him before this, though. You didn't need this
The
for a
world is
reason.
so dangerous. What's going on in the Middle East right now, and for this idiot to just come out and say things like that, of course he's a drunk, and that brings the bigotry out of him. As a matter of fact, I was thinking, just see the picture of him, look at the picture of him. Show that again.
Is that for a role or is it for...
There he is, that's
Okay.
him. Doesn't it look just like him? Put them together. There you go.
You got me, Joy.
But you're right. I mean, it's always a dreadful thing to say, but especially now when the Middle
The
East
time
is
that we're
in
going
such...
through right now.
It is a
it's-
sensitive
it's-
time.
Yeah.
People boycotted, were boycotting his films
his mouth
before
shut.
this anyway, so I just think this now gives them more of a reason to. Do you think this apology means anything, though? I mean, it seemed... I
Well,
could
he
see him
said-
not addressing the specific words that he said. He probably doesn't want to utter them again. If he truly is
But
sorry,
don't you think
it
it's
would be
interesting?
hurtful to
when
say
the-
them again.
When The
It's
Passion
awful.
of the Christ came out, that movie, people were saying it was anti-Semitic. His father was a Holocaust denier. He defended
His father said the Holocaust, I think, said the Holocaust never
never
took place.
existed,
Yes.
and Mel Gibson
never agreed with
really,
that.
but he never really disputed his father. So we knew that he was an anti-Semite then.
Isn't he
And-
building
and
a church on his new
people-
property as well?
What was he doing?
He's
building a church.
He's building
He
a
was
church.
supposed to be doing so. I don't know if that's...
When he builds
under
a synagogue,
construction.
we'll discuss it. Right now, he's lost.
You know, it's just sad when you hear things like that come
Please.
out of people's mouths, because that's
Well,
what
he said that he has an
appropriate.
addiction to alcohol and he's working on it, and he's. But I don't know whether that changes. Maybe it'll sober him up, but I don't know whether it changes his views.
Well-
Maybe he needs a little education.
Yeah, and the lethal weapon here is his car, because he's driving on the, what is it, the Pacific Highway?
PCH, yeah,
Completely
PCH.
inebriated, coming on to a female cop. I don't know if you read the whole thing. You know,
Supposedly, and
saying nice, you know, boobs, not that word.
One problem that I saw also is, I don't know if this is true or not, but it has been reported too that this has happened a few times where he's been
Yes.
pulled over, and you know the authorities there, the police are giving people breaks apparently, and giving
All I can
celebrities
say
breaks.
is I actually live in that neighborhood, and they do not give people breaks. So I'm not quite sure. I do not agree with Mel Gibson did
Have
in
you
any
ever
way,
been-
shape, or form. I think it was horrific.
Yeah.
But to then say that the policemen give other people breaks, this might have been the one time.
Right.
But they certainly don't do it for the rest of us.
Have you ever
They-
been pulled over?
I sure have. They didn't give me a break. I can tell you that much.
What did they do?
They gave me a ticket, and
What
you
were you
know,
doing?
and
Speeding?
I made an illegal U-turn, and they gave me a
Into the
ticket
Pacific
for
Ocean? I mean, that Pacific Highway.
it. You know, so they do not give you breaks.
No, but listen, I cannot let this hot topic go by without saying that we have the most famous baby and couple in the world today, and we're going to come back. They're in our audience. We're going to come back and show you. Can you guess? We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.